The opinions and statements made on the Josh Bernstein Show are solely those of the host and do not reflect those of any of the show's advertisers or sponsors.
President Trump could cure cancer tomorrow and rescue kittens from a burning building, and they'd still call him a piece of shit. I don't want to drain the swamp. What I want to do is I want to drown these swamp monsters in their own swamp water.
And now, America's favorite bald badass, Josh Bernstein.
Welcome back to the program. What is the Democrats' favorite calling card for the past 2+ years? Russia, Russia, Russia. Well, it really shouldn't be Russia, Russia, Russia. It should be more like UK to the CIA, UK to the CIA, and UK to the CIA. What am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about the fact that the heads of the British intel groups MI5 and MI6, as well as one of Theresa May's top security officials, were all briefed on the dirty dossier that was created by former MI6 member Christopher Steele. We all know who Christopher Steele is. He's going to be part of all of these future investigations. So now we know that they were briefed, okay? The British were briefed even before our intelligence agency briefed the President of the United States. Talk about being in on it. Wow. Now, first off, this information that I'm giving to you is coming out now, but this is information that actually came out about a year ago. And at the time, I did not cover it because I could not verify the fact that the British intelligence communities were part of the dirty dossier and the cover-up and overall coup of trying to take down President Trump. However, I'm covering it now because at this time, there is no question that this is now a factual statement. However, just as I have done in the past, I'm going to do once more. I actually reported on this well before a year ago, and of course with a completely different angle. As a matter of fact, I said back on March 22nd, 2017, 2 years ago, that it wasn't the Russians who hacked the election. And you know what? It wasn't the British that hacked the election or were helping in the election. It was somebody else, and someone much more closer to home. Go ahead and roll this clip. The CIA has been able to clone the exact hacking procedures of many of the world's biggest hacking countries, including the Russians. Then what they do is they make it look like the Russians, in this case, are doing the hacking, when in fact the reality is it is the United States CIA. It is actually the Central Intelligence Agency that is doing this. So what they then do is they turn around with this program and they tell Congress and they tell the DNC and the Democrats and all the other branches of the intelligence community, aha, we got them. The Russians hacked the election. But in reality, it was the CIA. Now, why do I say that? Well, it's very simple. I'm going to explain it to you. Here's exactly how this works. The CIA gathers and maintains a large library of attack techniques that have been stolen from malware that have been produced in other countries, including Russia. Then what the CIA does is they have developed the ability to plant a fake digital fingerprint, if you will, that makes the cyber attacks look as though they originated from outside the confines of the United States. What they are able to do then is to get a false IP address to show up in these fake digital fingerprints. This is how the CIA has been able to make it look as though the Russians hacked the election. That's right. The CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency themselves, they are the ones that hacked the election. Now, I don't care what James Clapper and John Brennan and Jim Comey and Christopher Wray and any of the others, Loretta Lynch, Barack Obama, anyone, even in the Trump administration, okay? I don't care if they say that there was Russian interference, because I know for a fact that there wasn't any, all right? And I'm going to prove it to you right now. Project Umbrage was a program that we all learned about during WikiLeaks' Vault 7 release. And Project Umbrage allowed the CIA and the Center for Cyber Intelligence, the CCI, in Langley, Virginia, to carry out false flag hacking attacks while masking the IP addresses. So the CIA's Remote Devices Branch collects and maintains a huge database of hacking tools and techniques that they have retrieved from malware programs that they have discovered in the past. Umbrage components can mask the security keys, can mask logons, can mask passwords, encryptions, webcam captures, and they can even destroy data and antivirus protections. So here it is, folks. The CIA, that's right, the Central Intelligence Agency, they were the ones that used Project Umbrage to hack into the Trump administration and made it look like it was coming from Russia. Now, who was the Director of National Intelligence from 2010 to 2017? Oh gee, could it have been James Clapper? Yes, it was. And who was the head of the Central Intelligence Agency from 2013 to 2017? That's right, none other than John Jihad Brennan. So let's recap, okay? John Brennan and James Clapper create a program called Project Umbrage that allows the CIA to mask where an IP address is located and originated from in order to spy on a presidential candidate that they dislike, and then subsequently blame it on a foreign entity, foreign country, Russia in this case, and a leader in Vladimir Putin who they also dislike, while simultaneously sharing this information with our supposedly close ally, the UK, and a former British spy of the MI6 program, Christopher Steele, who then creates a salacious and unproven dossier, and we're supposed to believe that the Russians did this? Do you think we're that stupid? We're not that stupid, and my audience sure as hell isn't stupid either. Thankfully, folks, all of this information should be coming out. All of it. I am very confident that Bill Barr knows this information. I am very confident that John Durham is going to have this information if he doesn't have it already. These deep state scumbags are going to be held accountable. And now, why do you wonder John Brennan and James Clapper are now attacking each other? You know why? Because they know that they were the two behind Project Umbrage that was allowed to falsify IP addresses to make it look like the Russians were doing this, while they, all along, were the ones that were spying. And all of it's going to come out, folks. James Comey's going to be wrapped up in it. I believe Joe Biden is going down with this, no doubt about it. I believe Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, all of them. How can they not? All of this information is forensically saved. All of this information we have through Freedom of Information Act requests. All of this information is out there, and now we're finding out that James Comey and Loretta Lynch are having a little tit for tat, because apparently Loretta Lynch may have lied to investigators in Congress on the Republican side when she said that she didn't say that you should call this a security matter rather than an investigation. Well, James Comey testified to the contrary. So somebody's lying there too. Folks, it's all going to come out. Now, I have one more thing to say about this. There's one person in particular that could keep these things from coming out. And President Trump needs to immediately ask for the resignation of FBI Director Christopher Wray. He is no good. He is a swamp monster. And right now you've got Barr, who's going to do a great job. You've got John Durham, who's going to do a good job. You've got the Horowitz investigation coming. You've got the Huber investigation coming. And you have one person who is going to stand in the way of that. And that could be Christopher Wray. So I would say this, President Trump, if you get a chance to see this, fire Christopher Wray immediately. What are your thoughts, folks? Please put it down in the comments below. We'll be right back.
The farther a society gets away from the truth, the more they hate those that speak it. I want to thank you personally for watching my video. I hope you enjoy the way that I do my show. It is a unique way of doing it. I give you all the facts. I give you everything. I'm a truth seeker and a truth teller. And for that, I am also a target. And this channel is not monetized. How do you know it's not monetized? Do you see any commercials running? Are any commercials interrupting what I'm doing? No, they're not. So please help me monetize this program. YouTube has shut me down from being able to make any kind of monetization on what I'm doing and my efforts. So basically, I'm taking the arrows, I'm taking the risk, and so far, putting it out in my own pocket, putting it out there for everyone, and not really getting compensated for it. So please, do me a favor. If you like what I do, go to patreon.com/Josh Bernstein. Again, you can see it in the image, www.patreon.com/Josh Bernstein. Put $5, $10 a month on my Patreon. It's not an expenditure. It's an investment. It's an investment in future freedoms. It's an investment in prosperity because I eat, sleep, and breathe protecting this nation. And remember, in times of universal deceit, telling the truth becomes a revolutionary act. Thank you, and God bless you.